Definition of humanity is to get us all on the same page and change our attitude about this planet. That's being humane. Because humane is not killing animals, and it is not imprisoning dolphins and whales.
Please stop killing dolphins.
Definition of humanity is to be, to do things based on your heart, to do things to others the way that you would want them done unto yourself, obviously. My religion is to do as many good things that I can for others, and I try to remind myself of that on a daily basis. What did you do today? And just being humane, thinking about the way somebody else or something else would feel, if it were done to them.
What they do, the hunters drive the dolphins into a cove using a wall of sound. And once they have them in the cove, they separate the babies from the parents. Simultaneously, they slaughter the parents and the grandparents for fertilizer, and some of the dolphins are eaten for food. This is not a Japanese tradition. This has only been going on for 40 years. And that's why we stand in opposition to all captive aquariums worldwide.
Shame! Shame! Shame on Japan!
I do believe that if people knew about this, what was happening, they would make a change. Things would stop, and the money that they're making out of this would also stop. The root of the problem is the entertainment industry. These dolphins are going to seaquariums and entertainment facilities all over the world. If people stopped going, stopped buying tickets, things would change. So we all need to get together and tell a friend, tell 2 friends, tell 3 friends, tell everybody you can, because this is wrong. And we all need to get together and stop this.
I think it's in humans to love. I think that's one of our main instincts, is to love. And I think as mankind, it's more like that animal nature in us to survive and the basic instincts. But I think that on a spiritual level, which we have, it's about love. And I think that if we could just reach that point where we understand our true nature, I think we could.
My definition of humanity is that we have to have compassion. We have to reach out to one another. Humanity is just that. We have to be a little bit more humane towards animals and towards each other. Right now, the world is in turmoil, and I think we all should be brothers and sisters and really hold each other up when one falls.
To me, it's very important that especially kids my age know about this and try their best to make this stop. A lot of things could be prevented if we knew about it, and not just knowing about it, but actually caring about what happens around in the world, and trying to, even when accidents happen, you unite and you try to make the best out of it. And if people really do see each other as an equal, wars and slavery would never happen, I believe.
Slavery is irrelevant whether it's humans or animals. It's absolutely applicable to animals. And if you treat animals in that manner, then that is slavery. With that said, we have to be at least aware of how the terminology can affect other people in other cultures. But to say that it isn't applicable to animals is wrong. It's absolutely applicable to animals.
The only way for evil to triumph is if good people do nothing. And of course, if you just close your eyes to things, then... But I think that petitions goes to show that some people are awake. And even if it's people that you don't know that sign it, at least you know that other people know that it's wrong. The problem is you just don't have to sign a petition. After you sign the petition, you have to spread the word. You have to take direct action. You should make changes in your life depending on what the issue is. You know, don't just read it and sign it and that's it. Like, you should make a commitment. Yeah, or fly to Japan. Rick's O'Barry's Dolphin Project is much smaller than Sea Shepherd. It's not worldwide. It's just few numbers of us. The main person is Rick because he's the one that's been involved, you know, since the 60s. He's the one that started this whole protest and movement against the captivity industry. So he's the main person. And we help. We're a smaller group, but we do the same amount of reporting. I believe we cause the same amount of change. I mean, The Cove was a documentary that was based on Rick. So I really think that even though we're small in numbers, our audience is very, very big.
I think we're making progress. Progress, it all depends on how you value it. My progress, the way that I see it is because more people are becoming aware of what's going on in Taiji. More people are becoming aware of what happens to dolphins in captivity. More people are listening now. The news are picking this up, and the more noise and the more people that come here and attend these events, and these are peaceful protesters, we are making a difference.
Well, I've loved dolphins since I was a little girl and whales, and really what inspired me to get involved in this, I always loved to go to SeaWorld, Miami's Aquarium, and my daughter came to me one day and she said, "Mom, don't go there. You know, that they do, what they're doing is cruel." And I said, "But that's the only way I can see the dolphins and the whales." And she explained everything to me, and she said, "You have to watch this movie, The Cove, by Rick O'Barry. It's not just The Cove, it's also Blackfish. I've never seen a documentary have such positive impact."
We are making a difference. They know that we're here. They know it. So, thank you.
There's so many people that are involved now. It's a movement that's not only across the country, it's all over the world.
People think that SeaWorld is going to stop. They're expanding their marine prisons to the Middle East and China and places where they can buy dolphins from Taiji. And so that's why we continue. But every day our numbers grow of those of us that want to save the planet. And I believe in Mother Earth and Mother Ocean. And that's why the fight continues.
Humanity is good. Being a good person, being a caring person, and one that not only just cares about humans, but also living beings, dolphins, orcas, anything, even fur, everything, anything alive.
We're here today in downtown Miami in front of the consulate, and we are here in opposition to the slaughter and capture of dolphins in Taiji, Japan.
My definition of humanity is loving every animal, every being, a plant, everyone, and just treating also yourself with kindness and not, inflicting violence or hate over anybody, and try to understand everyone's point of view, which is very difficult in a world with so many cultures and ideas. But I think the definition of humanity expands towards all species, and every single being on this planet deserves to be considered, to be treated humanely. Humanity is not just concerning human beings, it's just every single living, breathing thing on this planet.